It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
In the criminal justice system, sexually-based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories.
I was a dominatrix for over 10 years before I met my husband. One of the things that made it so dangerous to be a dominatrix, especially at the time that I started, was it's like you're exposed to the rawest form of whoever that man is. Let me break it down. When a man paid me to have a session, I was getting the rawest, most honest form of whoever that man was that was coming through that door. And that could be either a really amazing thing or it could be a very, very bad thing. This is something that a lot of women who have shared past with me or are currently dominatrices deal with. A lot of safety issues because we are being exposed to men in their rawest form without the mask they wear for their churches, without the mask they wear for their communities, their families, their friends, etc., etc. There were some men that were so lonely and felt so alone that they would pay me just so we can talk to each other for an hour. And then there were the other ones. The ones who felt so powerless in society that they came to women like me to pay me to treat me horribly, to make me indulge in some kind of weird thing that they were into, that in many ways dehumanized me. Yeah. There were some men that came to see me that just wanted to talk, wanted to just feel vulnerable with someone, because a lot of times society doesn't give men the space to be themselves on an emotional level. And so some men literally just came to me to talk, to be vulnerable, to play music and talk about the music. It was so weird. But I saw that side of men and I felt sad for them. I felt, it's so sad that you don't have this, that you don't have people to talk to about music or to color with you or whatever it is that you want to do and just feel human. So that was one side. The other side was men that were horrible people. They are the gutter of society. They are some of the worst people, some of the most abusive people. And they came to women like me to kind of exercise their right to be a horrible person, because they know that if I go to the cops, right, and I say I was violated in some kind of way by this guy and I'm a dominatrix, we're not going to be taken seriously, especially not when I started again. So it was a thing of being exposed to all these different forms of men, being exposed to this range of men, and then also knowing that I'm seeing the truth about who this person really is, right? Because I'm alone in a room with them. They could hurt me. They could not hurt me. Like, they can give me a hard time. They cannot give me a hard time. But, you learn a lot about people as the type of woman that I am or was, right? Because you see exactly who they are, unfortunately. So in a lot of my previous videos, I talk a lot about giving to men, receiving from men. Why am I talking about men? Oh my God, right? And the reason is because being a dominatrix and then being a wife, right, really changed the way I see men. Both of those experiences, not just being a dominatrix, it's also being a wife now, right? And being on the other side of that fence, if you know what I'm saying. So I think I think I learned how to get whatever I want from men through being a dominatrix. But I learned how to care for a man from being married. And I think, yes, there are some horrible people, as I was exposed to, and I'm very open about that, and I will continue to be open about that. There are some horrible men out there, but I've seen so many misunderstood men, and I feel like those are the men that I want some of you ladies to find, right? Like, find the men that are good, because they are out there, but I need you to stop looking in the usual places that we look, because I'm telling you from experience, like, a lot of those politicians, a lot of those celebrities, a lot of those people that all the women chase, they're not the best people. And one day, I am going to talk about my experiences with some of that stuff. But please trust me on this. Some of the high earning men, the high value men, the men that are that you always see in the news, the politicians, just, I need you to understand that a lot of them behind closed doors are not the best people. And I'm going to leave that one right there. I want to start steering women and giving women advice about how to find those other men. The ones that, like, are literally just misunderstood and maybe, like, a little weird, or like they may be a little, I don't know, spicy or whatever it is. Like, they're just generally just misunderstood men. And I need women out there to know that those are the men, believe it or not, like those nerdy guys, those, like, oh, you know, those guys that, like, you may think that they're bad just because, right? Like, those are the men. They're out there. They are good people, because I was exposed to a lot of these people, and they are good people. And so I want to make videos for the girls that want to get married one day, that want the fairy tale ending, because people told me for years I wouldn't get it, right? Like, you're a dominatrix, nobody's going to marry you. I heard that for years. And I just want to say, like, I just knew what kind of man to look for because of my experiences. I knew, like, there are some dominatrices that, like, literally they are exposed to all of this stuff just like I was, and even they don't get it. So, like, I'm not saying this is a universal language we all understand. What I'm trying to say is, like, I've been exposed enough to men in a way that made me know what man to look for if I was looking for them. And that's why I have my submissives. That's why I have my husband. That's why I'm really good friends with so many men. And that's why I'm able to help so many women find the right man. Because there's a certain understanding that I have, a certain skill set that's not so conventional. And it helps me help women, because I love women so much. I love women so fucking much. I want women to win. I want women to be treated like queens. I want women to, like, thrive. And I hate to see a woman online proposing to a man. I'm sorry. Shoot me. I'm sorry. I hate it. I hate to see it. I hate to see a woman getting cheated on and just staying. I hate to see a woman not being provided for. I hate to see a woman just, you know, going through the motions of giving so much to men, when I know for a fact from experience that's not even what they need or require. That's not even what they need, babes. You're doing it wrong. And I love women so much that I want to tell them how to do it right. Because I strongly believe some men's DNA deserves to die out, because they're not good people, because I've seen it. So anyway, I will be making more videos for those men out there, some women out there that don't understand why I've been making these videos. It's because I want women to understand that they have options in this world, and every man is not meant to be matched with anyone. Some of them are not deserving of the attention or energy of any woman. And instead of focusing on the man that hurt you, or the men that hurt you, right, and are not good people and this and that, which I acknowledge, they are out there, yes. There's no excuses for their existence, to be quite frank, right? But like, we need to stop blaming all men because a couple of men are bad people. Find the good men. I want to show you how to do that. That is all. Cheers. There are 3 major reasons why I decided to share my experience about being a former dominatrix. Every single day, I get emails and messages from women all across social media asking me to teach them how to become a dominatrix. And with each woman, each young woman that is messaging me to teach them how to become a dominatrix, they are younger and younger and younger and younger. So I wanted to put a public message out there about it. And here is your first lesson. Being a dominatrix is very, very glamorized. People have this idea that because you are a dominatrix, you are always in charge, there is no danger, and that is not the truth. It can certainly be very dangerous, even if you take all the necessary precautions. It can and often will change the way you see men and women. No, the money is not super easy to make. I hate to break it to you, but you will not become an overnight millionaire from being a dominatrix. If you are a young woman out there and you are thinking about becoming a dominatrix or working anywhere in the adult industry at all, even in proximity to the industry at all, I want you to know that I shared that last video because I want you to find it. I am not trying to talk you out of a decision you want to make with your own body. No matter how glamorized it has become, I need you to know that being a dominatrix is not for everyone. I now work full-time as a nightlife producer and event producer, and there are still opportunities I miss out on because I was once a dominatrix. Can you handle that stigma? Can you handle that your digital footprint as a dominatrix will probably live on the internet forever? If being a dominatrix is something you truly still want to pursue, I want to be able to share my experiences to help someone else out there navigate it safely and to know some of the risks that may come along with the occupation. Number 2. I intentionally wanted women like me who used to work in these industries to find me and find my content. I want women to see that I found success outside of being a dominatrix. I now work full-time as a nightlife and live events producer, and I am extremely happy. I know how hard it can be transitioning out of working in these particular industries. I also know how hard it can be dating and trying to find love after working in these particular industries. Not only have I moved on and found love and got married, I am experiencing a happiness that I haven't felt in a long time. I want to share more of my journey so women, regardless of whether you have similar experiences to me or not, I want you to know it's never too late to start over. Don't let your past hold you back from who you could actually become in the future. If you have been thinking about moving on from these worlds, these industries, if you will call it, I want you to see my journey and I want you to be inspired. I want you to know that if I can do it, you can too. I want you to know that your person is there waiting for you. I want you to know that you are worthy of love. Number 3. I see so many women on the internet every single day that want families, that want marriage, that want relationships, and are super frustrated with dating, super frustrated on these dating apps, super frustrated with meeting absolute losers. I want you to know that there is absolutely hope in this world. I want you to know that marriage does not have to be miserable. There are a lot of married people, myself included, that are very happy in our marriages. I feel like every day I get on the internet and there's like, scrolling and just seeing so many people like, oh, I'm so unhappy, marriage sucks and my relationship sucked and this and that. You take in all that information sometimes and you just think that's the way it is now. And I just want to give you hope that that's not the truth for everybody. Sure, there are a lot of people having bad experiences, but that doesn't mean that is in the cards for you as well. And I want to step in to help. I want to give you hope about relationships. I want to give you tips. I want to give you the tricks. I want you to have a new way of going into these relationships, these partnerships, a new way of dating, a new way of getting your needs met without you having to break a damn sweat. I want you to focus on the good people out there and date them, not the people that are going to cause you any kind of stress. Overall, I just want everyone to be happy, and I just want to be here to be a support in some kind of way. Whether it's women who need the information to make an informed decision about what their next move is, or giving women some inspiration and hope and a little bit of life lesson about how to maneuver when you are dating and when you are putting yourself out there. I look forward to continuing to put that information out there, and I look forward to sharing more of the knowledge that I have with all of you.
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video, back in the confessional, and yes, we staying lit, big dog, man. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Shout out to my player partner, Lucky Wills and Deals. He keeps it lit. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Let me know what y'all think about this dominatrix, man. Hit the link down below. We got HiveMindLabs.com, okay? Super fat burners where you can unbig that back. Biggity back, alright? Now it's time for me to re-up on my personal supplies, so y'all don't judge me. Because your boy is getting, so I'm gonna put my order in, and I'm gonna use the discount code everydaypj. Yes, I'm gonna use my own discount code. Judge me if you want to. Anyway, let's get into it, big dog. Now, I don't know much about dominatrix and stuff like this, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. Okay, because this is what I tell y'all. You never know who people are. Whatever you want to do in your personal life is your business. Don't let anybody shame you for wanting to be a freak. Okay? Because it's some of y'all out here doing the most. And y'all don't want people to know, which is fine. But don't let nobody shame y'all for wanting to be a freak. Okay? It's okay. You can tell us in your story, in your comment below. Tell us how you're a freak. But I'm gonna tell you how I'm a freak. I was watching this show called Billions, and it started off with this guy I think he got burned by a cigarette, or he got stepped on with a heel, and let me tell you how freaky this was. This stuff was so freaky that the guy was going to see a dominatrix, and his wife was on the phone listening. like they talked about it, like first, and I think he started to become his dominatrix. Like she just took on because she was tired of him going to see another woman, right? So, bam, I was like, damn, that shit turned me on. I was like, ooh wee. So, one time I asked him, just slap me harder, harder, take that. Yeah, but I quickly realized, yeah, that ain't me. So I wouldn't do that. I don't want to be abused and punished while having intercourse. But like I said, if you don't know, you don't show, and you won't grow. Okay, you gotta understand yourself. People be freaky. You don't know where your freakiness come from. You gotta let it out. But here it is. She wants to teach women, which is fine. I'm not understanding if she wanna, show how bad men are and show women how to treat good men like good men. But it's like, you know, you you can't really know until you with them, and then sometimes it's too late. But I don't know. Maybe she knows a secret. Okay, but honestly, I think that uh, if you choose to be a dominatrix, you know, if you do find that partner, man, most women are dominatrix by default. Like y'all not even like really dominatrix, but y'all dominate y'all's husbands, and a lot of them get treated like crap, and y'all, even the good ones, and people be like, as a good man, they be like, man, why you take that from that woman? And you don't know why you take that from that woman, but you like the way she do things, and then she got you so mind screwed that you just be doing dumb shit for this woman, and you be letting her treat you some any old type of way. And I've dated women like that, and I'd be like, man, why? You know, the intercourse is good, but like, yo, I don't even like this woman treating me like this, talking to me like this, and all this, and you still be with it because you be ready to hit, and be like, man, this is crazy. And then, but that be their personalities. So just like she say, there's bad men out here that do horrible stuff, but they be all goody two shoes, for the public eye, and when they come around, but deep down they a horrible person. So it's like you gonna get that in male or female. I don't think that's no. You gonna get that in male, female, and trans male and female. Like you gonna get crazy people, just regardless, because you know. And just speaking of that, it's just like how people would just be like, it be men who do women wrong, you know, and women come on here and tell their story about how they been done so wrong. But then you see a gay guy get on here, open his heart out to how he been paying a man's bills. The man didn't have multiple babies on him. He bought him and the man matching shoes and clothes. And and all you see in the chat is women saying, women saying, oh, welcome to a woman's world. Welcome to a woman's world. You thought they was going to be any different and stuff like that. And it's just crazy, But, it's people in the comment section. The comment section is crazy because it's a lot of people who are into this and who, been involved in it, and people who are straight confused, like, how did I get on this side of TikTok? But this is one comment that stuck out to me. It says, it is sad that men are not allowed to express their emotions. And that's because she said something that these men come to her and talk to her, and they just listen to music, and they paying her to sit and have a conversation, but they can't do that with their wife because their wife is the dominatrix at home, but she's overbearing. She's not taking into account this man's real feelings. But then she says we need to normalize young boys being allowed to feel their feelings instead of burying them. We don't. No, we don't. We need to got men need to teach other men how to be able to express feelings without being emotional, and being able to tell somebody without being emotional, because we can be emotional. We either get angry, start crying. Some people laugh at crazy situations, because and that's when you've completely checked out of your emotion, when you laugh at something horrible. So yeah, man, we don't need to normalize it. We just need to strategize how to teach men these things, young boys. We don't need to normalize it, because it's not normal. The male species is not to be feminine. It's just not it. But I'm interested in seeing more with this lady and what she has to say, what she has to offer. Beautiful young lady. Everyday people, man, let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out this later. Peace.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as quick as 1 week.